This is Micah from Capture King Gaming here with a playthrough for Batman: The Enemy Within. This video game was released over the course of a few months in 2017 and 2018 and serves as a sequel to Batman: The Telltale series. Because a few of my choices from the previous game carry over and are supposed to have impact on this game, if you haven't watched that previous playthrough, please watch that first before watching this. Episode 1, The Enigma. One of Gotham's oldest and deadliest criminals has returned. Batman must work with allies old and new to stop this growing threat. Let's continue with the blue from the previous. Actually, no, you know what? Since I got an upgrade from my bat suit, let's try yellow out. This game allows you to import the save from the previous season, so your choices from that game carry over for whatever difference they make, so I chose to do that.
One fateful night, my parents gave their lives for me. They became my heroes, their legacy untouchable. Until I learned the truth. My father, Thomas Wayne, was a criminal. He ruled over Gotham from the shadows.
So we have some updated textures,
the innocent from people like
a little less cartoonish for Alfred and Bruce.
Don't I know?
It's definitely more noticeable with Alfred.
If there are cracks in Maury's, we'll find them.
The GCPD already bugged his penthouse and found nothing, meaning that if he's doing arms deals in Gotham...
They happen on the casino floor. I need to find a way to hear what Maury is saying.
Standing by for support.
The
Look for
tech
something
is
with
amazing.
a microphone. The Bat computer can intercept his communications.
I know it won't have a
Looks like
microphone. I'm just looking
roulette
at
is his
the
Achilles
different
heel.
things you can
He
before
has
I...
a reputation for being
I'm assuming the
lucky,
security guy has a
but then
microphone.
you don't need luck when you own the house.
He certainly enjoys the good life, doesn't he?
Made a fortune running guns during the Arab Spring. Diversified into biotech shortly after. From what I understand, he's not one for pinching pennies.
I'll look at him first, then it's the cell phone. So
Hotel
look
security
at
are
the
guarding
security
him
first.
particularly close.
A man like Mori counts more enemies than friends.
I wonder why that is. Consumer model. Could be a good way to hear Mori's conversation. Al, I'm hacking into Mori's phone.
Encrypting your signal. Last thing we want is for him to know you're here. We're in. You should be able to pick up audio from Maury's phone.
Is everyone enjoying themselves? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone with a badge.
He's on a roll. It's only a matter of time before he gets too chatty.
Try to blend in.
So, I've been sitting over there wondering, what's Bruce Wayne doing in a place like this? I figured you went to fancier casinos.
I'm looking for something different. New thrills.
Well, it's a good thing you're here. And it's a good thing I'm here.
You? What in the hell are you doing here?
So that's definitely
Stop
either
me if you've heard
Riddler.
this one before.
Yep, it's Riddler.
I begin and have no end. And I end all that begins. Who am I?
I don't give a damn. I told you 10 times. Our arrangement is over.
Death, Mori. I am death.
Something's happening, and it doesn't look like a deal.
The man in the hood. I remember him from your father's time. I think that's Riddler.
I just want to note that Bruce is still missing the chunk of his
Is
ear
something wrong?
from
seem
the
distracted.
previous season.
Bruce.
You think your gibberish intimidates me?
Hello?
That's him.
How about we go back to my place?
Oh,
I'll call my driver. Meet me outside?
well, since you put it like that, I never do this, you know.
Of course
No,
not.
me
You know. Wow, there's
No
gotta
one
be an
threatens
easier
me
way.
in my own casino. Security!
Sir, it's time to leave.
For you? An easy one. What question can you never answer yes to?
I don't give a crap. Let's go.
Wrong. The correct answer is, are you dead?
So far, 2 riddles have to do with death. Oh, this Riddler is very violent from the outset.
Let's get started.
Get out of there. Get your suit.
Al, let Gordon know what's happening.
Right away.
Hey, no one leaves.
It's like you only had a gun? Come on, you gotta come harder than that.
Commissioner Gordon on the line. Scrambling audio now.
Gordon.
Batman, what's the status?
Multiple gunmen, hostages at the casino. A madman in a mask.
Nice.
Riddler's back in Gotham.
Riddler?
Some would say Batman is a
hasn't been seen in
madman in a
years.
mask.
Well, he's putting on quite a show.
So it seems like in this continuity, Riddler existed before
Be
Batman.
ready for a fight.
If so, it just shows to differentiate this universe from what we're used to in the comics and other adaptations. I like that.
Please, please, we can make the deal. Anything you want.
Our issues can't be solved with handshakes, Maury. This is what happens when you back out of a deal with me. There's only one way you're getting out of this alive. You have to solve a riddle. And I choose my words carefully if I were you. Listen closely.
No, please, don't do this.
Without fingers, I point. Without arms, I strike. Without feet, I run. Who am I?
I think it's a
I've
clock,
got visual.
That drone fully functional.
but I'm not sure. Wait, is it a clock?
I'll need a place to drop in without being
I
noticed.
feel like it's a clock, but I'm not sure.
Time for some recon.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? A mind bender that scratches at the very nature.
Riddler.
A terror from the past. I never thought I'd see him on our streets again. He's not to be taken lightly.
So yeah, it definitely seems as if he existed before Batman, which
Some kind of torture device.
that's very interesting.
Doesn't seem like he's getting out until he guesses the riddle.
This Riddler certainly has an imagination.
Believe me, I know. Remember, choose your words carefully, Maury.
Riddler's taken hostages, casino patrons, innocent bystanders.
They're clearly not his main target. Must be an insurance policy.
I will get bored. You won't like that.
Cashier's booth. That'll do. Just need to take out the guard first.
I just want to look to make sure there's nothing else to observe.
Audio playback fully functional.
Time for a distraction.
What the?
I'm losing patience, Maury. Are you expecting a hint? Give me an answer!
Batman, we can't get in. The front covered by gunmen, and they've got the back barricaded with blackjack tables.
How should I deploy when we're inside?
I'm relying on your eyes and ears. What's the best course of action?
We need a distraction. Find a way to limit their line of sight.
Sounds like a plan.
I think with a frontal assault, they just get gunned down. Gunned down.
You're completely insane.
No, I don't believe that's it.
Oh my gosh.
I'll clear a path. Wait for my signal.
Give him hell. We're counting on you.
Well, this is more dynamic than the previous time when you mapped out with the drone. Okay. Oh,
Batman!
let's stand.
You're ahead of schedule. I'm a little busy right now, but I'll see if I can fit you in. Not him, the hostage! Shoot the hostage!
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm Batman. Okay, I like this. The fighting system is definitely updated for the better too.
Hiya, Bats.
The Batman clearly isn't using his head. Break it open.
With pleasure.
Yeah, I just took out guys that had guns, but yeah, you with a wrench, you're what's gonna do me in.
I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you.
God.
I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair. Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city. Now I'm back, and I'm taking what's mine.
All you scum are the same. Only thing that changes is the mask.
Spoken like a man who sees the world in black and white. Allow me to broaden your spectrum. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy.
Gordon, now!
I don't see... Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever, but not smart enough. Let me show you how it was done back in the day.
Yeah, I like this Joker. He's older, he can fight with his staff, but his staff actually has a point. And I mean literally has a point, as in it's sharpened.
Brawling like a common street hood. It just doesn't do it for me.
Follow the power lines. There must be a weak point.
You broke the cage. That's cheating!
Think I care about your rules?
I'd heard you were a man who followed a code. Why would you save that dirtbag's life? Mori made his money running guns, trading off the suffering of war.
I believe in justice. Mori deserves a trial in a court of law. If he's guilty, his cell will be right next to yours.
Justice. Ridiculous. Either way, you won't be the one to put me there.
Did not see that coming.
Enough of this! You know how to scrap. I'll give you that. But it's not enough. Let's see how you do with something a little more cerebral. Better hurry, detective. Solve my puzzle soon. Or people are gonna get hurt. And we know you can't let that happen.
He has traps on traps.
You should have called us before going in, Gordon.
Is that Amanda Waller?
Waller?
Yes!
After all,
Oh my
we're
gosh.
here to help.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I like this season already, or this installment. The fighting is more dynamic and more involved. It keeps you engaged. The textures are updated. And now we have a Riddler who's older, who's established before Batman even existed. And the introduction of Amanda Waller. This is going to be great.
Circuitry inside, but nothing obviously dangerous. The Bat computer will be able to analyze further.
Your days are numbered, Bat Freak. We'll see each other again.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep one eye in the sky, jerk-offs. Heavens are gonna fall on your goddamn heads.
Tell me all about it down at the precinct.
Is that Montoya?
The Riddler's right hand in custody. Not a bad result, all told. Riddler used to leave clues at all his crime scenes. Always thought he was smarter than the people trying to catch him. Thought we could use help dragging him down. He got a sick pleasure out of taunting us.
That's because he hadn't met me.
That's for damn sure. You don't know how glad I am you're here, working with the police. Riddler's heyday was a dark time in Gotham. And what we just saw, he hasn't mellowed with age.
Uh-huh. Get Fernandez on it right away. Commissioner Gordon.
Brace yourselves. Just so you know, this woman has a lot of juice with the governor. Rub her the wrong way, I could end up on foot patrol till I retire.
My people are trained for situations like this, Gordon. We'd have Riddler in custody if you'd only picked up the phone. So, you're the legendary Batman. I've heard a great deal about you. So much so, I don't know if I should believe the hype.
And you are?
This is Amanda Waller, director of the agency.
What are the feds doing here?
Riddler's their case. The GCPD has been asked to open our doors to them. Give them whatever they need.
We've been tracking that maniac for some time. No one knows more about him than we do. World-class criminals like Riddler. They're kind of our specialty.
If you were tracking him, why didn't you tell us he was coming?
We get a lot of unverified reports. I wanted to be sure.
Now we know.
Riddler used to be a player in Gotham back when Thomas Wayne and Falcone ran the city. He disappeared so suddenly and for so long, everyone thought he was dead. Everyone was wrong. Riddler's back, and if these theatrics are anything to go by, he wants the whole city to know. My people tell me you did some good work handling him, Batman. You and me? I bet we'd make a damn fine team. I heard how you dealt with Lady Arkham. Not to mention that filth, Oswald Cobblepot. We could do great things together if we joined forces.
I work with Gordon. No one else.
I appreciate loyalty, but that there... that's the issue. The only real problem with your setup is who you're working with. Local law enforcement clearly can't cut
I
it.
got a local crime rate says otherwise. Ms. Waller,
Please, Commissioner. Tear gas. In a hostage situation, we got an ambulance full of civilians with their eyes swollen shut.
Oh my gosh, their
Not to
eyes
mention
swollen
you
shut.
let
Good
Riddler
thing they're
slip through
still
your
alive.
fingers. You GCPD cowboys clearly don't know what you're doing.
you're putting all this on me?
You're the commanding officer, aren't you? Or are those stars purely for show? That's what you get when you don't follow procedure. Good people get hurt.
So I feel like
And the
either
bad
choice
guy
I made,
gets
the
away.
full frontal assault or
Thanks
tear
for
gas,
the
she would have
support.
I
criticized it.
know it doesn't feel like it, Commissioner, but I'm here to help. Batman gets it. I gotta get a security detail on Mori while he's in the hospital. Agent Avesta will fill you in on what we know so far, as a token of interdepartmental cooperation.
The nerve on her. Don't tell these people a thing, especially about that puzzle. This is our town. We're the ones that'll catch Riddler.
Think you made a good
I
impression,
actually agree.
Batman. My boss isn't usually that nice.
I'd like to see her on a bad day.
Special Agent Iman Avesta, Field Intelligence Specialist on the Riddler case. And my partner, Agent Blake.
How do you do?
I put together this psychological profile of Riddler. You'll see when you read it. He's changed. For your eyes only.
Santa Prisca, that's
If
the
you
prison
catch my
that
drift.
Bane was born
The
in.
target of the casino attack, Rumi Mori. Any idea what Riddler wanted with him? We figure it has something to do with why he's back in Gotham.
He's a madman. You can't look for reason in someone so clearly deranged.
Riddler does show signs of an obsessive-compulsive disorder, but he's calculating, fiercely intelligent. I'd be surprised if this wasn't part of a bigger plan. Let me know if you think of anything. It'd be a help. I'm Gotham born and raised, you know. My dad ran a store in the shadow of City Stadium. I just wanted to say it's a real honor to meet you. I do have something I want to ask, though. The criminally insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you? There's something in you that pulls you towards the danger. The chaos, the energy.
I don't like what you're insinuating.
Of course, I...
Keep your pop's psych evaluations to Riddler and stay out of my head.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. I think I know you a little better now.
She made a note in her
I'll
file
be in touch.
in front of him.
Batman, before you go, Gotham's your city. I respect that. I'm not here to step on any toes. Treat me and my people like partners. Promise you'll share anything on the Riddler. You and me aren't gonna have any problems at all. That's all. I just wanted to let you know where I stand.
When you have the choice to grapple away, you grapple away. I mean, that's how you end a conversation. The Enigma. So clearly this is a Riddler-themed episode. Sometimes his name is Edward Enigma. Other times I believe it's last name is Nash. It depends on the version.
What an eventful evening. I've taken the liberty of preparing some refreshments.
Thanks, Al. I need to focus. Maybe music will help. Can't go wrong with the classics.
computer is finished scanning the Riddler's puzzle box. It's ready when you are.
Let's get to work.
This is like an isometric view of the Batcave. Let's see what I can interact with.
No one beats Lucius's handiwork.
I like that. You can look at his gadgets and his suit with a detail and a little bit of background on how they were used in the previous installment. I'm gonna go back in here because maybe if I'm in here I can look at something. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. The trophies.
Selena. She'll turn up again.
If you remember, that's the card she
Looking
gave
forward to it.
at the end of the first season. That's Harvey's campaign poster and the mask he used for a while after he was damaged. That's Penguin's mask, Lady Arkham's mask and staff. Oh look, it says, don't know if she's alive or dead, her body was never found. Ooh, always a possibility for a return. Alright, before I go to the Bat computer, let me see if I can go to the Batmobile. Oh yeah, this is it.
Oh, that's the stuff.
It'd be nice to see that Batman enjoys the Batmobile as much as we do. Can I go up here? Oh, okay. Alright, let's go to the Bat computer. Or as I sometimes call it, the Batputer, but it doesn't sound good.
No explosives detected, no radioactivity. Nothing dangerous at all so far.
Computer, run another scan. I want to be absolutely sure this thing is safe.
Also, I took the liberty of digging up everything I could find on the agency. There's plenty here. Know your enemy and all that.
Oh no.
It comes and goes. Ever since the kidnapping and all the other business with Lady Arkham.
Alfred.
No, don't you worry about me. No, I should be fine. It was worse after my first tour of duty.
Your family, Alfred. We worry about family.
Thank you, Bruce. It'll pass. Working always.
We try to
helps.
protect Alfred at all costs. Well, not all costs, but we do our best. Okay, got an updated UI for the Bat computer. So before I look at what's relevant, like the agency files and Riddler files, let's hit this Gotham feed and codex. If you want, I'm not gonna read it out loud, but if you want, pause it so you can read the news articles. Oh, let me just see the headline. So this is cool that we see that GCPD and Batman have a public partnership. It's good that it's not one of those universes where he's constantly on the run from them while trying to save the city. Okay, looks like whatever he's done in the past few months or weeks since the previous title. The Wayne Enterprises has recovered and is doing well. Harvey Dent, his trial is being pushed back, so is that. A report from the Gotham Gazette about the agency that Amanda Waller is part of, if not head of. And Cobblepot is still in prison, but I mean, we expect that he's planning something or waiting for something. Let's get these codex entries. He's now commissioner. Oh, she's a detective now. There we go. Getting closer and closer to what she might become. I don't know if they'll do it in this story, but she does become a vigilante known as the Question. She takes up that mantle. Got Lucius Fox, ally from the previous title. The man, the legend, the Alfred. We just met her. I mean, she's okay, but the whole psychoanalyzing is annoying when people don't want it. Amanda Waller, The Wall. I'm not going to go too much into her comic history simply because I don't know what they're doing with the character here, but they're keeping true to some things, such as her being part of a government agency that has a lot of mystery surrounding it. And her and Batman traditionally don't get along. Like I said already, I like this take on the Riddler, having been established before Batman existed. This is the guy that we just saved from, well, not all of him, but most of him we saved. The agency we just learned of. Bruce's father that we know now was a criminal. Bruce's mother, we don't know her involvement, like to what degree she was involved in the criminal enterprise. Penguin had said that he knew and would tell us, but I chose to be a jerk to him. Gotham. Arkham. I wonder if, I know obviously Dent is not involved anymore, but I wonder if they're still trying to create the new mental hospital. I obviously wouldn't name it the Thomas and Martha Wayne mental hospital, but it's still a good idea. Wayne Enterprises. Crime Alley, where Bruce lost his parents. The GCPD. And that's it for the codex entries. So now, time to get on with looking at Riddler and the agency.
The agency. The public face of a shadow committee of military leaders, intelligence experts, and government officials. Civil rights violations, domestic black sites, decentralized accountability.
This information, it's all before Waller took over the director position. Perhaps she's given them a new direction.
Maybe, but the agency's empowered to override local law enforcement with impunity.
Oh, Batman's got some competition in town. I wonder if we need be worried about losing our unpaid and thoroughly exhausting job, I mean.
The Riddler's a flashy homicidal maniac with a thing for puzzles, and Waller and her agency might be just as dangerous.
Again, Waller may be running a more ethical operation these days.
I am being prejudiced because of her comic book
Riddler
history.
terrorized this city long before you were Batman.
Gotham's original costumed criminal.
Yes, to have him returned, it's unsettling. I remember when he was the scourge of the underworld. Even Carmine Falcone gave him a wide berth. He was presumed dead for so long. Why come back to Gotham?
Well, he seemed to have a prior relationship with Mori. Some kind of axe to grind. Let me upload the rest of this to the Codex. The agency realized Riddler was still alive when he orchestrated a prison break at Peña Duro.
My men here say you let yourself get caught, Mr. Riddler.
Just Riddler.
I think that that's Bane
Why
talking.
willingly turn yourself in?
Oh, Mr. Warden, to get everyone else out, of course. That wasn't obvious.
The man's deranged. If you ask me, he needs help. He's clearly sick. The man is in urgent need of a doctor.
I know just the place for him. Plenty of room at Arkham Asylum.
Next to him, most of the inmates seem like a picture of health.
What was that?
You should see your face. Its confusion is delightful. I think I'll take it with me.
Okay, no, it definitely wasn't Bane, because... Unless he didn't kill him and Bane uses Venom to recover. Let me see if they add anything to the... Okay. No, okay. Alright.
Let's see what Riddler's little gift is all about.
Solve my puzzle soon, or people will get hurt.
If this comes down to my puzzle solving skills, Gotham is in trouble.
There's writing engraved along the rim. I have an eye, yet cannot see. Who am I?
That sounds familiar. I've heard it before.
Don't happen to remember the answer, do you?
Sadly, no.
The eye of a needle.
But how does that relate to the object in question?
Maybe it's telling us how to use it.
Sounds very plausible.
Look at these strange grooves.
Okay, find something to use it with. Alright, alright, let me talk to Alfred. What's up, man? What's going on?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, that wasn't helpful. Sure, let's use the back computer first. Oh, it's not for... Okay, never mind. Let's see. Can look at the movie tickets again.
Never forget. Harvey Dent. He was a friend. Once. In the end, Harvey couldn't make a single decision without consulting his lucky coin. He's in Arkham Asylum now, with the rest of the criminally insane.
I'm trying to see what to interact with. I can't... Oh, needle. It's a record.
A record needle.
Halfway there, Batman. Means you've got half a chance of stopping a whole lot of pain. To be honest, you're already doing better than I thought. But don't sit around feeling pleased with yourself. Unless you want to see me tear this city apart.
I suppose you're going to look in there.
An open invitation from the Riddler? Of course. Huh. Looks like I'm manipulating radio bands or waveforms. Something. I'm not sure what I'm looking at or how any of it is actually displaying.
And that sound.
What? Oh, I'm not really sure about any of it. Get Lucius on the line, will you?
Don't tell me that's some kind of mind control, because Bruce just seemed out of it for a moment.
Hey, Alfred.
Good morning, Lucius. I hope we're not interrupting your breakfast.
My youngest is probably stealing all the bacon, but duty calls. What's up?
This is a puzzle from the Riddler. There's a strange waveform pattern I can manipulate inside that needs your expertise.
Yeah, okay. I can meet you at Wayne Tower in a little bit. We'll, fire up the R&D lab.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, Lucius.
No, don't worry about it. It's actually gonna be a big day for me. Tiffany starts at Wayne Enterprises.
Tiffany? Really?
Your daughter working alongside you. How wonderful.
Certainly is. Bruce, I'll see you soon.
Bye, Lucius. Can't wait to see Tiffany. I'll be at Wayne Tower.
Good hunting, Bruce.
Oh, excellent. Glad I caught you. I have some good news to share.
Good to hear it, Regina.
I still don't like you.
That's what I've come to expect, with you as Wayne Enterprises chairperson.
I just talked to the board, and they couldn't be more pleased with how our partnership with GCPD is going. Seems like you made the right call when you decided to take that contract over the Arkham remodel. The Gazette's running a
Oh,
piece
okay,
about
see,
it.
there we go.
I would love to
They
hear all the
mentioned it.
details.
I like
I'm
that.
meeting with Lucius I've got to run to.
Well, I don't mean to pry.
I don't know why he couldn't do both, but
What's in that case?
it's legitimately
Seems
none
like
of your
an
business.
odd thing to be carrying around the office.
Oh, I want to say none of your business, but I'll be diplomatic.
This is just something for Lucius.
I see. Well, I've got a meeting I've got to run to. We'll pick up this conversation this afternoon.
Sounds great.
I don't know why, but I like this one episode already more than the previous season, because I'm really feeling like Bruce Wayne, where it's like, oh, I really have to be nice.
Just updating the encryption on your bat tech. But if you want me to stop?
Oh, no, the seat is all yours.
This is the thing you were talking about?
One of Riddler's puzzles. Some kind of test.
Show me. Any idea what he's planning?
Not yet. That's why I need your help. If his history is anything to go by, he left us a clue. A psychological profile of Riddler.
Knowing how his mind works, this should come in handy.
No sign of explosives or poison. Already scanned for that in the cave.
Would you look at that? Micropulse waveform. And the sound it's giving off.
A signal, maybe? I couldn't decipher it. I was hoping you could help with that.
I'll see what I can do.
Who's at the door?
Shouldn't take long.
What in the...
It's not one of mine.
Think fast.
Okay, it's his daughter. You can't just barge into a CEO's room like that.
Hi, Dad.
I don't like her already.
Tiffany?
Hey, Bruce.
My God, Tiffany.
It's been a while.
Sneaking out of orientation your first day?
I just wanted to say hi to my new boss. I got you a present. A micro-drone prototype I developed in my spare time. High-end AV, stealth black shell, programmable for autonomous observation. Small, quiet, and super smart. Just like its designer. Not bad, huh? You always had a thing for toys. So hard to know what to get a man who has everything. So I made you some tech the government would be jealous of.
Someone here wants a raise.
She's already gunning for my job, Bruce. Can you believe it?
The hours you work? Not a chance. I actually have a life. Huh. There's something different about you.
There is?
And I don't just mean what happened to your ear. I can't quite put my finger on it. But you look...
Well, please just don't say old.
Well, now that you mention it.
Hey, play nice. Bruce has had a rough year.
Interesting.
Don't.
Too late, already touching.
Just
yeah, I really don't
be
like
careful.
What a strange thing. The circuitry design. It's elaborate and unorthodox.
Yeah, I don't trust that sound.
Almost intentionally so. Like
I feel like there's some kind of mind
it's kind of showing off.
control.
Huh. Micro pulse waves? It's just weird. Seriously, what is this thing? I've never seen anything like it. It's like whoever made it.
Oh, well, your clearance level isn't high enough to tell you that, Tiffany.
It's not high enough now. Give me a few weeks and I'll know all your secrets.
He's being serious. This is above your pay grade.
Come on, guys. Clearance? You two don't have the slightest idea what this thing is, do you? You guys are lucky I'm here to help.
Help with...
Figure this freakish thing out.
Tiffany did graduate first in her class at Cornell in molecular engineering.
Let me take a crack at it. I can help you get to the bottom of this. Figure out what it does.
Sure, why not? And let you get mind controlled and get killed. I don't care. I don't even like
I
you.
can help. I just gotta let him know that I won't be finishing up orientation.
No problem.
Oh, I was planning on swinging by the manor after work to see Alfred. I heard he wasn't doing so well. Said he was having some issues with his health.
He would love that.
I hope he isn't still angry with me and Luke about that incident with the china.
Well, you know Al. No one messes with his dinnerware.
Catch you guys later.
Welcome aboard, Tiffany.
Thanks.
She might be helpful, but I don't like her. She's too pushy. But I guess
all right then.
It's just because I
time to crack this puzzle.
Don't know how long she's known Bruce. Probably her whole life, or no, if not, maybe
I never told
a few
her,
years at least.
Told her what I really do at Wayne Enterprises, what we do. If you're willing to pull her into this Riddler project, why not consider bringing her into the fold?
If her father's okay with that and putting her in danger like
We're going
that,
to need
sure.
help. If we're going to be dealing with the likes of Riddler, and we can trust her. She's family after all.
And I honestly don't like her. I would like to see if I can get her killed.
She's better than me.
Maybe that's messed up. It is messed up, but
then
sure.
Let's give her a shot.
Great. I'll start thinking about how we can broach the subject with her.
Lucius won't forget that because it will lead to her death.
Will be a fine
he will
start.
blame you.
Well, shall we go down to the lab?
Actually, the equipment we need is down in my office. We'll get this taken care of in no time.
Mr. Wayne.
Yes?
I'm Special Agent Avesta. This is my partner, Special
I feel like
Agent
Avesta might figure out who he is.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'll be down in my office.
I'll be down in a few.
No worries. I'll, start without you.
Sorry for the unannounced visit. We're with the agency's Behavioral Analysis Unit. We just came by to ask a few questions.
I sure hope I'm not in any trouble.
Oh, everyone's in some amount of trouble. It's my job to find out just how much.
I'm gonna try to be different with her as Bruce and Batman to see if maybe that keeps her at bay.
This office, it really represents you.
Well, I like to think so.
Is this you?
Yeah.
How old?
I don't know, 7, 8, maybe?
So happy. After everything you've been through, I don't know how you still do it.
Do what, exactly?
It wasn't long ago when you were the most hated man in Gotham, yet you still give so much back to the city. Why do you continue to help Gotham? Most people wouldn't be so charitable after that. What's that all about?
My father did a lot of damage to a lot of people. I'm just trying to make things right.
Thomas Wayne did cast a long, dark shadow. It must be difficult to get out from under it.
What is it you want?
The agency recently brought me in to draft a psychological portrait of the Riddler. We've been tracking him for months, but haven't been able to find him.
Riddler? That psycho from the news?
I thought you'd be interested, considering your history.
My history?
A lot of things happened to you last year, and not all of them were good. You put yourself at risk when you helped bring in your friend Harvey Dent. He was a violent psychotic at the time, almost destroyed the city.
I still don't see how, why they're
Think
here.
of it, you've been associated with quite a few psychopaths over the years.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. The criminally insane. They seem drawn to you. Either that, or you're often in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, having money and fame makes you an easy target. I've had my fair share of crazies knocking on my door.
Like this guy. I think you'd know him as John Doe.
We understand that it was during your stay in Arkham where you and John met and became friends. From the sound of it, you two were close.
You've got to be kidding me. He's no friend of
Bruce was in there all of 48
That's
hours.
why you came here to ask me about that guy?
According to hospital records, you and John were involved in a riot.
They captured the whole incident on video.
John cut another inmate, a man named Victor Zaz. Then you jumped into the
They captured it on video, then why did that doctor
Several
ask me
people
about
were
what
hurt.
happened?
I was trying to break up a fight.
I don't blame you. You must have been scared. John was discharged from Arkham months ago. No one has seen or heard from him since. I was thinking maybe you have.
Why would you think that?
He listed you as his emergency contact. Sounds like you two were pretty close to me.
I did not agree to that. Why would he write down my name?
It's obvious. You're important to him.
Well, I haven't seen or heard from him, so... Did he do something wrong?
He's a person of interest. You see, we've got a wall in the office with a bunch of photos pinned to it. Two-Face, Penguin, Lady Arkham, you know, Gotham's most notorious. They've got all these little strings connecting them to one another, like a web.
And you know who connects them all?
And you, my friend, are at the center.
There we go.
You keep pretty strange company for someone who wants everyone to think they're such a stand-up guy.
And your point is what exactly? That I'm some kind of criminal mastermind?
Or just really unlucky.
You know more than you're letting on, Mr. Wayne. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you don't trust us. Or maybe you're a criminal, like your father.
Can I kick her out now?
Maybe you're not the hero people think you
There we
are.
go.
Get the hell out of my... That's an evacuation warning. It's time for you to leave.
We'll pick this up another time.
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking... What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce. Riddler really pulled a good one over on us. I might still be able to disable it,
It's
but
a bomb?
Lucius, please tell me what's wrong.
I wasn't around more.
Lucius.
It's
really
a
made a
bomb. Oh
difference,
my
didn't we,
god.
Batman?
Lucius!
No.
Lucius! No!
One killed and 14 injured after a tragic explosion.
The
rocks Wayne
GCPD is
Tower.
opening an investigation into what they are calling an industrial accident.
Wayne Enterprises' Chief Technology Officer, Lucius Fox, died last Tuesday in the violent blast. A small service is being held for the tech giant and father of 3 at Divinity Church this Sunday.
You were always there for me, Lucius. From the very beginning. I'm gonna miss you.
He was a good man. To lose him like this, it's hard to bear. Lucius helped raise you, Bruce. It was family. Riddler's attack on the casino was one thing, but this is personal. We can't let him get away with it. Riddler struck at the heart of our operations and tore a family apart.
I think Riddler's gonna figure out
process.
that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Worry, Al. I will find
because he'll know that was his
him.
explosion
Bring him
and
to
then
justice.
wonder why it was in Wayne
He will
Enterprises.
spend the rest of his life behind bars.
I'm glad to see your sense of duty still reigns supreme. Of course.
Because there have been
it
a few
won't bring
times in the
poor
comics,
Lucius
even the
back.
main comics, where he has figured out
I
Batman's
can't imagine
identity.
how devastated she must be. To lose her father in such a violent way.
I should go talk to her.
Yes. She can use all the support she can get.
Hey, Tiffany.
I still can't believe he's gone. None of this feels real.
Your dad was like family to me. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please let me know.
Thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it. He loved working for you, you know? They hardly saw him at home because of it. Mom used to complain my little brother was growing up without a dad. Now I guess it's true. He was so busy. I can't remember the last time I got to hang out with him. Just father and daughter. Just thought there'd be more time. There were so many things I wanted to talk to him about.
I asked a lot of him. Maybe too much.
And he gave it all, didn't he? A real company man. Well, I hope it was worth it.
Tiffany.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't blame you.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just let it out.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it all. I saw his remains, Bruce. There was hardly anything left. What were you guys working on that could have caused that? It doesn't quite add up. Please tell me.
Tiffany, I will tell you soon. Just not here.
What do you mean? Why not?
It's not the right time.
What, Bruce?
What are you mixed up in?
Fine. Just tell me one thing. That weird disc. Was that what killed him? Did you put my father's life at risk for that? I'm begging you. Just tell me that one thing. I need to know.
I thought it was safe, Tiffany. I really did. I had no idea Lucius could get hurt. Please forgive me.
Forgive you? I hope you can forgive yourself. Whatever you got my father into, I will find out. And I will shout it to the world.
Oh, crap. Okay. See, I don't know if it's better to tell her or to let her find it on her own.
Really, it's such a shame. At least he went out with a bang, right?
Is that Riddler?
We can all be grateful.
Oh. John Doe? The Joker?
Father.
Well, no. Whoa, whoa. What the heck?
Seriously, Bruce? This guy's with you.
I'm so sorry. I will handle this.
Jeez, Bruce, that's quite a grip. Gonna leave a bruise for sure.
What are you doing here?
I told you I'd see you again, didn't I? You and me, we're two threads in the same stitch. Look, I got you a little something, just to mark the occasion.
What an asshole. I don't want to take it. Can I reject it? I don't. Alright. He's such an asshole.
I knew you'd be hurting, see? I thought it might make you feel better.
You do realize you don't give these at funerals, right?
Of course you don't.
It's okay. It's okay. Just keep it down.
Gotta be quiet as church mice, right? It hasn't been easy for me out here, you know? I'm the new guy now. It's the freedom that gets to you. There's so damn much you hardly know what to do with it. It's not like Arkham. Sometimes I miss those padded walls. You knew where the lines were drawn. Which ones not to cross. There's no going back for me, though. I'm cured. Dr. Leland said so herself. Cross my heart. Off the meds and everything.
If everyone could please take their seats, we will begin.
Would you just sit down?
Today we gather to honor the memory of Lucius Fox. He was a friend, a father, a husband, a leader.
You are crashing my friend's funeral, John. You better have a good reason.
Oh, I do. I need that, favor you owe me. For settling the score with Zaz, and, you know, getting you out of Arkham.
I mean, you didn't get me out, but...
Aren't you?
Sure, you're crazy. I'll do it,
You're
possibly.
a man of your word.
He's crazy. Yeah, you're crazy.
I gave you my word, didn't I? I'll stand by it.
I knew the moment we met. Friends for life.
And now, he's gone. A vital link in our chain.
You see, I met some inspiring people out here. Made some new friends. Made a kind of pact. They're amazing, Bruce. That special breed who live by their own rules.
Does he want me to fund his terrorism?
Of your father.
So who are they?
You'll find out when you meet them. They're looking to bring someone like you into the fold. You will meet them for me, won't you? Please? I've got a lot riding on this. I already told them you would. Please don't let me down.
Not a chance, John. I don't know what you're mixed up in, but I am not getting involved.
Disappointing. You know, I spoke so highly of you. I told them you'd fit right in. Just makes me want, I don't know, lash out. Shh. Shh. Shh.
We're here to mourn. Please.
You shush me again. You'll be mourning the loss of your teeth.
Oh,
I don't understand why Bruce doesn't just walk him out.
Take a deep breath, okay? Calm down.
That'd be better than what's happening right now.
You're right. Sorry, Bruce, that outburst, it's antisocial, I know. Dr. Leland says I have a hard time handling rejection. I think it's the stress. You see, I've got this enemy. Real piece of work. Calls himself the Riddler.
How do you know the Riddler?
Know him? I want to rip his eyeballs out. He's a thief and a killer, and worst of all, he's rude.
The rudeness is worse than being a killer.
I know the kind of lowlife they're dealing with, but wait a minute, you know him too. Of course, a man of Bruce Wayne's caliber knows everyone. I shouldn't be surprised.
Just from the news. The guy's clearly a murderer, sick in the head.
Don't know the half of it. If I had my way, that smarmy know-it-all would never leave his hole.
His hole? You know where he is.
No, not exactly, no. Maybe I said too much.
I'll do you that favor you asked for, John. Okay? Just tell me what you know about the Riddler.
Jeez. Well, if it means that much to you. Yeah, I really don't know much. I heard the egomaniac always made people go to him for meetings. Somewhere in the East End.
Where in the East End?
Honestly, that's all I know. And even that might be out of date. If you're so eager to find him, why don't you let me help you? I'll find out where he is and get back to you. See if I can't find out where that jerk puts his head down.
I would appreciate that, John.
That's what friends are for, Bruce. Just meet mine later, like I asked.
This is such a bad idea.
Look, I think I outstayed my welcome here. I'm just gonna slip away. Excuse me. Sorry. It's been so nice catching up, Bruce. I miss this trust between us.
Me too, John.
I think it's a bad idea to play a tracking device, but I think Batman would try
Bruce.
the tracking device. I feel like he's going to catch it.
Intriguing fellow. Certainly not one for decorum.
And if he finds it, he might figure out that he's Batman.
Whatever you say about John, he gave me a lead on Riddler's location. Inform Gordon.
So right now, I think there are
Tell him to
3
drag
people that
up
will find out
GCPD records on
his
Gotham's
identity.
East End.
Lucius's
Tell him
daughter,
we're on
but I
Riddler's
might just
trail.
end up telling her. Riddler, because he might realize that the bomb was his bomb, and went off on Wayne Enterprises and connect the dots. Or John, because of that tracking device. What's that smoke look like? Come on, light it. Let me see that smoke.
Enjoying the view. Hard to do these days.
Wow, they got it right
It's
this
one
time.
thing for the bad parts of town to get uglier. But when places like Wayne Tower start falling apart, makes you wonder what's next. I'll bet Bruce Wayne is wondering the same thing. Seems like the world's got it out for that guy. Spends some time in Arkham, gets dragged through the dirt by the media for something he didn't do. Finally picks himself up, and what happens? Someone bombs his company. Now, I used to think having money like that solved all a man's problems. Turns out it just adds to them. You said you had a lead on Riddler.
Hiding somewhere in East End.
Why am I not surprised? East End's been a no-man's land since Harvey Dent blew it up. I've tried to get more patrols out there, but City Hall's not giving up the funds. The area between 42nd and 48th, more or less lawless.
That narrows down the search at least. The land at the end of 44th was recently purchased, anonymously.
The only thing there is an old water tower. Something feels fishy about that. My gut tells me that's the place.
Agreed.
Nice work, Batman.
Okay, I got it on the first try, apparently.
Pans out, Waller will have to eat her words. Whatever you said to her at the casino really got up her nose. I have to tell you, I got a bad feeling about her.
How so?
It's the way she goes after criminals. She's ruthless. Puts her people at risk. And believe me, she doesn't let due process get in her way. She'll stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, to get her man. It doesn't sit right with me.
We all need to draw a line somewhere. It's what separates us from the scum we're trying to catch.
I'm glad to hear you say that. The thing with Waller is her line's real blurry. Sometimes you can't see it at all. I was ordered to give her updates on breaks in the Riddler case. Now that there's a chance he's there, we should probably let her know. Don't want to give her ammunition with the governor. She's already got him breathing down my neck about what went down at the casino.
Notify Waller. She's
You can't have Gordon get taken out
Just
the
be
commissioner's
careful
spot.
around her, huh? She moved her people into my downtown precinct without so much as a please or thank you. I tell you, Batman, she keeps on chipping away at my authority, I'm gonna crack.
Then let's find Riddler before it comes to that.
I'll have my people call her people on the way. Riddler won't feel so clever after we come knocking.
No one's home.
I told Waller about our lead on this place. She's caught up in briefings, can't get here for a while. She said she appreciates the cooperation. Not exactly cozy, is it?
Let's see what we can learn. Someone's keeping a scrapbook.
Vain, isn't he?
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
I feel like this might be Joker's hideout. Not Riddler's, but let's see.
Damn it! It's stuck!
No way to open it from the inside.
Then how do we get out?
We go in.
After you. Give me a good, honest crack house any day. Oh, God.
Special Agent Mario Fernandez.
Holy crap. He's one of Waller's.
One of his pupils is fully dilated, the other's contracted. A clear sign of brain trauma.
Huh. There's no sign of a blow to the head. There's some hemorrhaging from the ears.
His eardrums must have burst. The man bit his tongue clean through.
He must have suffered a shock, or a sudden jolt.
He's missing parts of his fingers on the right hand.
We saw this before. The victim in the casino.
One shoe is missing.
The sole of the other one's almost completely melted through.
He was trying to call for help. The phone isn't getting a signal.
Damn it. Me either.
Gordon with the flip phone.
That's a hell of an invitation.
Riddler's playing games.
Bet he tried to play along.
We can learn from his mistakes. Let's find out what he did wrong. Masks. Each one missing a different facial feature.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no
Senses.
evil.
They're missing their senses.
Like the monkey statues.
You're right. There must be a connection.
There are blades inside.
And a lot of blood. Huh. We know Riddler likes penalizing his victims for wrong answers.
Safes with electronic locks. Shut tight.
These must be the goal of whatever game we're playing.
Scratches on the monitor. The polarizing filter has been tampered with.
Like in sunglasses.
Monitors typically have a polarizing filter to reduce reflection.
I don't see anything.
Impossible to see with the naked eye. We're going to have to look at it through a polarized lens. One shoe, melted.
Must belong to poor Cinderella over there.
More monkey statues.
I'm starting to sense a theme here. That's an agency-issue pistol. Packs a hell of a jolt.
I saw it take down Riddler's goons at the casino. It was impressive.
Gotta give it to Waller. Her people have great tech.
Take a look at this.
Huh. Well, that's the same kind of body cam the GCPD issues its officers.
Maybe there's a clue on the recording.
Can't hurt to look.
Because you've been so candid with me, I'm giving you a chance your other comrades won't get. A chance at getting out of this alive.
We'll catch you. The agency, they'll find...
I shouldn't have to remind you that you've been chasing me for years. And I've always been 2 steps ahead. If you win the game, I'll let you go free. And you'll get a consolation prize. An exclusive sneak peek into how I'm going to kill all of your colleagues. Now, how is that for motivation?
Screw you!
He had the agent bound while he beat him. Another one of Riddler's sick contraptions.
Some kind of murder box, I guess. Well, he was always a wacko, but this takes it to a new level.
The glass. It's polarized.
So it is.
Won't budge. Must be locked in place. Turn me round, but not the right way, and you might live to see another day.
What does it mean?
It's still warm. There must be some kind of heating element underneath.
This thing is built like an oven. You could be cooked alive in there.
Metal mesh lining the walls. Riddler has converted this entire place into a giant Faraday cage.
Faraday cage.
An enclosure designed to block electromagnetic fields. No signals in or
I figured he would have explained it.
Guess it explains why our phones aren't getting signals. Clever son of a bitch.
Prototype of the trap he used on Mori. The armor, extremely sturdy, ensuring there's no possible way to open them other than solving his riddles.
This is an insane way to commit crimes, even for this city.
The agent must have been looking for the answer at one of these safes.
He chose the wrong one. Cost him his fingers.
The floor of the box heated up while the agent was inside. He tried standing on one foot to save the other, causing that shoe to catch on fire. When he exited the box, he tried to put the fire out, but couldn't, so he threw off his shoe.
Hey, I got a hunch. Come here. No matter how careful Riddler is, chances are good he hasn't scrubbed his own computer.
Good call. It's worth checking out. Mori. He sold technology to Riddler.
Talk about strange bedfellows. You know, Waller's been keeping pretty tight tabs on Mori for a while now. She must have known. I recognize some of the names on this list. They're all Waller's people. Names, addresses, phone numbers. We have to warn her.
First, we have to get out of here.
What does it say?
Riddler's not working alone.
Just wonderful. More psychos to worry about.
He and his colleagues, they don't see eye to eye. Apparently, they don't like his beef with me.
Hey, maybe we'll get lucky. They'll kill each other.
I wouldn't be surprised if those are the people that Joker wants you to meet. John Doe. I wonder if they're gonna do a Court of Owls type thing. Court of Owls didn't really deal with the costumed criminals, but we'll see. Alright, that's a link there. Is there a link over here for this? Yeah, here we go.
If this door were closed, the portal would be looking right at those monitors. Since the monitors have been tampered with, it's likely there's a message on it. One that can only be seen with a polarized lens.
You won't know until you're inside the box, though. You got a VR in that cowl or something?
Something like that. I've got all the pieces of Riddler's puzzle. Now I need to know what order they happened in. The agent woke up here where his body cam fell off. Once he found he couldn't call for help, he saw the message on the monitors and willingly put himself inside the murder box. The agent's shoe caught fire inside the murder box, so he opened it in a panic. As soon as he was out of the box, he ripped off the burning shoe and threw it. Somewhere in the confusion, he must have missed something crucial. From where he lost a shoe, the agent beelined for the wall of safes. He opened one, but chose poorly. The blade sliced off his fingers. And there he met his end. Though it's still unclear how and when his eardrums could have burst.
Yeah, exactly.
The agent made a number of mistakes. Mistakes we can avoid. The heat inside the box forced him to run out before he
could get Riddler's next clue. Poor bastard couldn't withstand the heat.
The Batsuit's armor is heat resistant. It'll buy me more time to find Riddler's next clue. Getting inside the box and starting the game is the only way we're getting out of here.
This is insane. You know that, right? The last man who went in there is dead. There's a good chance it'll kill you too.
Don't worry, Jim. I'm not going to lose this game.
I'm not so sure. But if you say a thing, you usually do it. He's rising, Batman.
Almost make out a message. One won't see trouble and one tells no lies. Ask the third if he hides the prize.
The monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. But which one is he referring to?
Whichever one it is, the correct safe will have a face with those senses removed.
Yeah, I'll check. Ah, damn it. They're still locked shut.
They should unlock when I open this door.
What the hell?
Congratulations! You're almost done. That is, if you can withstand my short-range ultrasonic device. Let's test it out, shall we?
The riddle! Use it to open the safe! I'll put a stop to this damn noise!
When was he even I'm glad it showed that in the corner because I definitely forgot what it was.
Just in case.
Damn. Oh, for the love of God, whatever's in that safe better be worth all this pain.
It's a homing missile.
What does it home in on?
Looking at its schematics now. A signal. A radio signal. A signal.
That's the one that killed Lucius.
That's how he died.
How who died?
That's how they'll all die.
Riddler.
Maury sold me missiles for all of my enemies. Everyone on my list.
There's a signal for that missile to blow up.
Most won't even know what's coming. For a brief second, their dull existences will light up.
I'm closing in on you, Riddler. We escaped your twisted puzzle. It's only a matter of time before I find you.
Time is one thing you don't have. I'm trying to get a handle on you, Batman. Partnering with Gordon is one thing. From what I remember of the old days, he's harmless enough.
Yeah, we'll see about that when you're in cuffs.
But the agency, they're a natural enemy to people like you and me. You must be desperate if you're making friends with them. You must be really up against the ropes to want that government scum in your corner.
Stopping you is all I care about. I'll do whatever it takes.
We'll see. Just know that there's a cost to doing business. The agency uses people, Batman. Corrupts them, breaks their minds. I wasn't always like this. The agency made me.
Oh, this is garbage. Yeah, Waller's a hard ass, sure, but she had nothing to do with why he's so messed up.
I didn't say Waller, did I? This goes way before her time. But I don't forget. That's the thing about having a mind like mine. You remember everything.
Whatever happened to you, it doesn't let you off the hook. You're still responsible for all the pain you've caused.
You think I'm asking for mercy? I was running things in Gotham before you could walk. I just wanted to see if the man who claims he fights for justice is really as good as he believes. But then, you already answered that for me, didn't you? When you offloaded my puzzle on your friend. Why don't you tell Gordon here what happened to Lucius Fox? Watch out, Commissioner. For all his preaching, Batman knows when to sacrifice a pawn to win the game. It was a smart move. Getting out of the way of the blast. Something only a pragmatist would do.
I would never give up an innocent life. Not even to save my own.
That's not what it looks like from here. Gordon doesn't know what to make of any of it. Trust is hard-earned, yet easily lost. Isn't it, Commissioner? Come on now. Don't get your tights in a twist. I knew you weren't sharp enough to do it on purpose. There's no room at the top for schoolboys who are too squeamish to fight in the gutter. You don't have what it takes to be a player in this town. Not without giving up those values you hold so dear. Game on!
He kind of put it all out there.
I'll wait for Waller and pass on what we found.
She won't be happy when she finds out Riddler knows about every agency operative in Gotham.
I don't blame her. If they were my cops, no one would be sleeping till we found this Riddler guy.
Just keep your eyes open, Jim. In the meantime, I'll stay on Riddler's tail.
Hey, hold up a sec. What Riddler said in there about the agency, smoke and mirrors, you ask me. But the thing about Lucius Fox and the blast at Wayne Tower, you gotta level with me. You got some connection with that Wayne Tech guy you didn't tell me about?
Lucius Fox was an ally of mine. That got him killed.
I gotta say, the fact I had to learn about it from Riddler instead of you, it doesn't sit right with me at all. I thought we had some trust, you and I. What do you expect me to do with this? Am I just supposed to sit on my hands? Pretend I never heard any of it?
You are your own man, Jim. You'll come to your own decision.
I mean, I wasn't born yesterday. I know you probably have a network of civilians working for you. You can't do the kinds of things you do without a gigantic support system.
Not gigantic. Just a few trusted people.
Oh, to hell with it. I never heard what I heard in there. All right? Batman. I'm sorry for your loss.
I heard your discussion with Commissioner Gordon. Now he knows that Lucius Fox and the Batman were allies. Gordon's dangerously close to figuring out who you are. If he does find out, I have no idea how he'll react. It's not a chance you can afford to take.
You're right. Jim's a fine detective. It's no surprise he's getting close to the truth.
We'll have to be on our guard. You were radio silent for so long. Tell me, did you find out how Lucius died?
This is a missile I found in Riddler's workshop. The explosion at Wayne Tower. We were thinking about it all wrong. The puzzle wasn't an explosive. It was an emitter. When it was solved, it emitted a signal. You heard it earlier. If allowed to play too long, it becomes a launch signal.
Dear God, you did solve the box. We just didn't know it.
The Batcave scrambler blocked the signal.
Poor Lucius. Wayne Tower offered no such protections. Our tight little family has gotten smaller because of it. It was the three of us looking out for each other. Now it's two.
We can't indulge in despair, Alfred. We simply don't have time for it.
Yes, you're right, of course, Bruce. I'm sorry. Between the Lady Arkham affair and losing Lucius in this gruesome fashion, this war of ours is taking its toll. The list of agency operatives from Riddler's workshop. He plans to do the same thing to them.
It's a hit list. It's only useful if he has a way to target the agents, though. And I doubt he's sending them all puzzle boxes. Hold on, let's just walk through it. He's hacked their cell phones. He could pinpoint the location.
I knew it was gonna be the cell
any one
phone.
of
I
these
should have said it.
items. And he can broadcast his signal through their phone to make them a target of a missile strike.
honestly need to find that missile silo or the missile launcher.
If I can get a clean copy of the signal, yes. It's the only way I can get a clean version of the signal. It's pretty grim, Alfred. You don't have to watch.
I can handle it. I've never been one to shy away from duty, however unpleasant it may be.
Actually, Al, I'm gonna do this part on my own. Why don't you get us some tea while we work?
Well, if you insist, Bruce.
Gotta watch out for Alfred and his constitution, if that's the word, maybe?
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking? What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce. Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around more.
Lucius?
We really made a difference, didn't we? Batman?
All right. Now I just need to create a filter to get a clean version of the signal, and then match up the points found in both sound files.
Tiffany.
That's a match.
Bruce? Bruce!
The waveforms match. There. I've piggybacked onto Riddler's cell phone hack. They'll recognize any incoming signal match and shut down, negating a launch. Makes sense for me to have the signal on me as well.
What for?
Riddler still has functioning missiles. Once he finds out I've blocked his targets, he may decide to launch indiscriminately. But with the signal, I might be able to divert them. Tiffany gave me this the day Lucius died. Let's put it to good work. It's not a theory I really want to test.
So we had better find Riddler first. There is always Riddler's second in command. Eli Nabel, arrested after his attack on the casino. None of the authorities have gotten anything out of him yet.
Unknown contact.
What is it?
John Doe, probably?
That John guy from the funeral, from Arkham. Who actually sounds like he's keeping his word. Mori, huh? John thinks that Mori can get us Riddler's location.
You believe him?
Maybe we should go back to the beginning. Bring Rumi Mori up on the back computer. Either of them could potentially lead me to him.
The question is, which is more likely to help you?
I think Rumi Mori, even though he said he has a family and whatever, you could still say, like, you know, he's gonna kill you. Whereas Eli Nabel, he has no reason really to turn on Riddler.
Mori's a businessman. Given the right incentive, he could be persuaded to talk. You sure can't have any love for Riddler after his attempted murder at the casino.
I'd say he'd respond better to a more genteel approach, peer-to-peer as Bruce Wayne. However, the agency is watching him. If Waller finds out that Bruce Wayne sought a parley with Mori, she'll not be best pleased.
No, I'm going as Batman. I'm not going as
On the
Bruce
other
Wayne.
hand, Riddler's lieutenant,
Eli Nabel. Took a go at me in the casino. Put up quite a fight.
cracking him will be tougher, more physical. Certainly a job for Batman. He's currently in Waller's custody in a GCPD holding cell. Interrogating Nabel there would be a visible endorsement of Waller's authority. Gordon won't like it.
Oh, so unlike last time where I could choose which persona to use, now it's method and persona at the same time. I'm gonna go with Eli because if I go as Bruce Wayne with Mori, it shows too much about Batman and Bruce Wayne being close.
I'll talk to Eli. It'll be nice to catch up. Tell Waller I'm on my way.
Oh, Batman. Gordon's in briefing the deputy ops. I'm sure he'd want to know you were here. Waller's agency people commandeered the whole precinct. Pretty much moved in. They give you any trouble, I'll straighten them out. Running around like they own the place. They got no respect for the way we do things.
Thanks, Detective. Keep them out of my way. The sooner the agency's out of Gotham, the better.
Gotham needs us now more than ever, Batman.
Says you.
4 of my agents went missing, including Agent Avesta. I don't have time for a pissing contest.
Your agents are missing?
We believe Riddler took them. If the body you found in his workshop is anything to go by, we don't have much time. Riddler warned us the last time we nearly caught him in Sudan.
Sounds like you need my help.
If it gets my people back, then sure. Riddler's lieutenant hasn't given us a damn thing. I'm hoping you'll have better luck making him talk.
That's why I'm here.
Come on, then.
Just remember, the commissioner likes things by the book.
Gordon
About
told
to
me
have a
talk to
scene
Riddler
like
in
the
the
Dark
workshop.
Knight. Put a
You say
chair
anything
against
I
the
should
door.
Riddler said he had a history with the agency. Claims your people broke him. Made him insane.
That maniac was insane long before he came on my radar.
He implied it was before your time.
He can tell me all about it after Nabel gives him up. You know, I saw what you did to Carmine Falcone last year. Dangling a 60-year-old man off a high-rise was certainly effective. You ask me, you could have gone further.
What's your point?
Use any means necessary. As long as you get Nabel to tell us where Riddler is. My agents' lives are at risk.
I'll get him to talk. My way, not yours.
I don't care how you do it, as long as it gets done. Meet your new interrogator, Eli. I believe you two have met before?
What did they do to him?
Goddamn chair. Probably best to keep this off the record. Unless you prefer me to leave it on. If you're worried what Gordon might think.
Keep it off.
What we're about to do is not illegal in 42 states.
Need anything else?
You might hear some screaming in a minute. Pretend you can't. They roughed you up pretty bad, Eli. And still you didn't crack. You're tough. I'll give you that.
I'm so glad you're here. These people, they ain't cops. They ran the cops off. But I heard about you. You'll keep them, keep her from killing me. Riddler said you had rules against that. Against killing.
Time's running out, Eli, so don't test it.
Just get me out of here.
I will try my best not to hurt him.
And I'll think about it.
I can't!
We don't have time for carrots, Batman. Only thing moving this mule is a big old stick. You get me?
If I wanted a partner in the room, Waller, I would have asked.
Fine. Just remember, we don't have time to waste.
Where is he, Eli?
I already said I can't tell you. And I said it 1,000,000 times to the guys before.
Now we must get down to what must be done.
He's pissing him off. You've seen his machines. He can hurt you in ways they don't got names for.
The only one getting hurt tonight is you. Tell me where Riddler is.
Never start with the head. It didn't get all fuzzy. Can't remember the details.
Beat him. He can kill any one of us anytime he wants. One phone call. All those agency guys are dead.
He's talking about the signal, Bruce. He has no idea you protected the agent's phones.
There's no one that can save me if I cross him.
I blocked the agency cells, Eli. They won't work as targets.
How do you know about that?
I'm smarter than Riddler.
It makes no difference. There's no getting away from him. He can be anywhere with his signal.
Bruce, his fear of Riddler is too great. You have to get in his head somehow.
There's nothing you can do, Batman.
We'll see about that.
Wait, is that signal? You're calling a missile right to us.
You got 90 seconds, Eli.
I like this.
Shut that thing off right now.
You're insane. You'll kill us all.
It's counting down, Eli. What are you going to do about it?
You're bluffing. There's cops outside this door.
You're gonna get us all killed.
Maybe. Maybe not. Are you willing to take the chance?
I'll tell you. Please, just make it stop. He's on a ship in Gotham Bay.
What ship?
The Lady of Dublin. The missiles are there too. It's where they're launched from. You're crazier than he is.
Yes.
Oh, God damn.
The Lady of Dublin. Get back up and meet me there.
Batman. Gordon's still gonna be pissed you went around him, but I appreciate you holding back.
Armed men on board. This must be it. Be careful, Bruce. Who knows what the Riddler has up his sleeve?
I'm on board, Al.
Do you see Riddler?
You won't get away with this. What do you think's gonna happen?
I hear him. Need to get a better angle.
You'll see what's gonna happen. My friends will all be here soon. Then you'll see what this is
We
all
found him.
You agency.
Your interrogation of Riddler's man produced solid intelligence. No sight of the missiles yet, though.
They must be here somewhere.
Calculations. All your idiot colleagues, too.
Hostages.
They appear to be more of Waller's agents.
Agents of Vesta and Blake are likely among them, based on what Waller told us.
Decisions. Your agency has been on my heels far.
A good spot for cover.
I'll give it to you. You're relentless. I'll admit it's going to feel satisfying to get my revenge on your predecessors. Even if you're really just a small part of my plan.
What are you talking about?
You'll see what I mean soon, of course. They might be angry I brought you here, but...
Wait for
understand
it.
why. They'll recognize my brilliance. After all, I am uniquely qualified to see the big picture. It's often a struggle making people see that.
You think?
I'm sure you can. You brought this on yourselves. All of you. You government clods really thought you were smart. It's clear you're in desperate need of some schooling. My friends will be here soon. I'd keep your mouths shut until then.
Hostages first. When they're safe, I can find the missiles. Targeting on Lino.
Ready, Bruce.
Let us do everything that must be done.
Let the hostages go, Riddler.
You can't possibly think clunking a few heads is enough to make me roll over. Oversized vermin!
Batman! Batman!
Agent of Vesta.
The floor, it's heating up! Thanks, Batman. Are you all right?
Oh wow, that was just another trap. Riddler got it.
Oh God, not more.
He's wearing something that neutralizes the shock device.
I've memorized your playbook, Batman. I know all your shallow tricks. Poor Eli held out longer than I expected, but I knew he'd give me up eventually. All part of the plan.
The missiles.
Bait. Just like the hostages were bait. I knew you couldn't bear to let these agents die. You care too much about the little people. That makes you weak. I saw how you saved Maury. I saw how angry you got about what happened to Fox. Either you're thinking or your brain has stopped working entirely. My partners were supposed to be here to see this. I guess I can just show them the bodies. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Get them wrong, one of these agents gets torn apart.
You won't get away with this.
You get them right, this happens.
So is it
I
a
designed
no-win
this for
scenario?
you, Batman. Gotham's champion of justice will die in an unfair puzzle. Let's get started. We have a lot to get through. I'm curious to see how you'll handle it all.
Ask your questions, Riddler. Let's get this over.
I'm surprised he didn't put in some kind of ear
I was hoping you'd
hearing
cooperate,
protection after
but I don't
encountering
think
it the last
agent
time.
next to you shares your enthusiasm. You can handle the sonic blasts. But her... I estimate 3 blasts at most before her insides rupture. This one should be easy, Batman. Close to the heart. I solved a puzzle box for the Bat. Now I'm dead. And I mean dismembered. Closed casket for sure, kind of dead. Who am I?
If you know the answer, please say it. My colleagues will die.
Lucius.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Lucius Fox.
Very good, Batman. You saved a life. But...
Thank you.
Batman, don't answer any more of his questions.
No, Blake. I won't let you die.
Number 2. Also, completely self-evident. I am black and blue and bleeding from the ears. Who am I?
I think he means me. Say it.
Don't you dare answer that!
Please. Don't let him die. Say it!
I need an answer. Or click, click, click!
Avesta. The answer is Agent Avesta.
You got it, Batman! Ha! Here's your prize.
Oh my god. Iman! What have you done?
Enough, Riddler. You've made your point.
Just one more, Batman. And then it'll all be over.
I'll distract him. Just get us out of here.
I'm the sharpest mind you'll ever meet. The original genius with Gotham at my feet. Who am I?
You're Riddler. Riddler's the genius.
Well done, Agent. You answered so quickly, you almost deserve not to get the blast.
I'll fire one of the missiles. Use the Batcam to make it target the cage. And use Riddler's trap to protect Iman and myself from the explosion.
The speed
I like
it
what you're
takes to
saying,
actually think
Agent
of that and then
Avesta,
execute
but
it.
you're not the one I need to hear it from.
Missile armed, ready to fire.
Who's the genius, Batman? Who's on top of Gotham now? I want to hear it from you.
I am.
What are you doing? No, 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 no! impossible! You think you're clever, don't you?
The hands can be given. All you need to do is ask.
Who's the man who's got no time left?
The Riddler.
Thought you'd get such an easy one right.
Those missiles are aimed right at the city.
The answer is Batman. This can't be happening!
Oh my gosh, the velocity of it.
Iman.
Batman. Thank God. I didn't think we were going to make it. I thought...
You put yourself on the line for your friends. You saved them. Agent, are you okay?
My ears! I can't hear!
Oh man. I wonder if I had not answered one of the 2 times, if that would have prevented that.
It's over, Riddler. Look forward to a padded cell.
Well, congratulations, Batman. You managed, even in my twisted game, to keep everyone alive. But at what cost? Agent Investus suffered, so no one had to die. That can't sit well with you. Can it?
This entire twisted situation is your doing, Riddler. All blame is on you. And so are the consequences.
You came after me, you know. Not the other way around. I made you hurt an innocent woman to get to me. Oh, my comrades would have been impressed. I set this all up to show them. I thought they'd back me up, even if they didn't agree. They left me here to deal with you alone. They betrayed me. They didn't come.
I look forward to meeting these friends of yours. They're next on my list.
Good. They deserve it. Unless that white-faced prick set me up. Never told them to meet me here. They broke the pact.
The pact?
Wow, I didn't expect Riddler to die. Definitely not in the first episode.
Lock the ship down and radio for more medics. But Riddler, is he? Oh, God damn it. I hope it was worth it, Batman.
Worth it?
Riddler's a damn corpse. We got an agent bleeding from the years. We're not getting a shred of usable testimony out of Eli Nabel. Not after you beat him half to death in my custody.
I hit him one
You
time.
went behind my back with Waller and buried the investigation in the process. This is beyond the goddamn pale. What were you thinking? How could you undermine me like that?
Stopping Riddler saved lives, Gordon. Everything I did was a means to an end.
Leaving me to clean up a lawsuit and a PR mess. The trust between us, it's gone. Our partnership is over. No more sharing evidence. No more squad car backup. The GCPD can't support you anymore.
I don't need y'all anyways.
Well, then I guess that's that. I just want to know how we got to such a messed up place.
You're supposed to be the one with the answers, Commissioner. Way I see it, Batman took initiative getting a confession from Nabel. You, on the other hand, Gordon, well, you've been 2 steps behind Riddler from the start.
That is not fair.
This mess here, that's on you. Batman's had his priorities straight, but you...
Now wait a damn
Your
minute.
stonewalling the agency has screwed us all. Consider it a kindness I don't just straight up get you demoted. Now leave us alone. We have sensitive case details to discuss.
You two deserve each other.
This city is about to find itself in a crisis the likes of which it's never known. Riddler had a crew. Not just any crew. The worst criminal minds from all over the world, here in Gotham. You come across anything about them? I'm assuming you've heard of them by now. Let me know if you have anything to share.
There's a guy, calls himself John Doe. He's either a member, or he knows who is.
That confirms some theories we had. Doe's a one-time patient of another member of the group.
Wait, Harley Quinn?
Dr. Harleen Quinzel,
oh my gosh.
Former psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum. She's very elusive. Keeps her head down. Much more so than that show-off Riddler.
So she might be Harley Quinn before he's
going to be my
fully
way
Joker?
in once we captured
oh
him
my
alive.
gosh.
But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line.
I'm very
He knows
excited to
exactly
see
when to
what
cross it.
occurs in the rest of the season.
Yes. You and I will be working together very closely.
I don't know about very closely, but
Bruce Wayne.
not surprised. She often knows who it is in the comics and different adaptations. She's just that good. Okay, so let's go over my choices. You and 22.3% of players left Gordon feeling betrayed. I mean, that's on him. I don't know what's up with the male relationships in this game. In the last one, Harvey was all upset because he slept with Selena even though he wasn't with her. Now he's upset because you hit a guy one time and the Riddler died, even though that wasn't on you. You and 38.1% of players forged a relationship with Waller that was collaborative. I mean, if she feels that way, sure. I guess now she might hold this Bruce Wayne revelation over my head. But the Batman will not be blackmailed. But we'll see how it goes. You and 41.4% of players helped John to become hopeful. I don't like how that's going, but we'll see how that develops. You and 55.6% of players left Iman traumatized. I guess you can do that section without her becoming deafened. I wish I realized that and done it that way, but gotta continue with the choices I made. You and 31.3% of players left Alfred grieving. Oh, it's good. Okay, grieving is good. So yeah, I'm trying to protect Alfred. Obviously, him, like keeping him alive, but also his emotional state. You and 77.9% of players left Tiffany furious. I mean, I told her the truth, and she does with it what she will. But now, like I said, there's a few people that can figure out my identity. She's one of them. What did you tell Gordon about your connection to Lucius? I and 82% of players confessed to Gordon that Lucius was an ally, and that started his whole distrust or mistrust of me. Did you choose to visit Mori or Eli? Or Mori, I forget his name. I and 25.7% of players chose to interrogate Eli for information on Riddler because, like I said, if you put Mori, it would make it too obvious that Batman's Bruce Wayne, but I guess Waller knew anyways, so that reasoning was made obsolete. How did you get the information from Eli? I and 79% of players bluffed him with the signal. The other way, I guess, is to beat him until he talks. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable doing that. Did you save Iman or the agents? I and 71.5% of players sacrificed Iman in order to save the other agents. She said to, you know? It's one of the things where it's like, don't say if you don't mean it. You said answer the questions, so that's on you. It's on me too, but it's on her. And those are my choices for this first episode. That was episode 1, The Enigma of Batman, the Enemy Within. This is Micah from Capture King Gaming saying thanks for watching. Please show some class, comment, like, and share, subscribe.